What to do if you start to get information overload and you just have like no idea what to do. You find all of this amazing content online. You find all of these different little golden nuggets, these answers here and there that's just gonna make you $1 million. How do you actually implement this stuff and actually make money? Because there's a lot of ideas out there, and I'm gonna break it down inside today's video, how to actually get results with the information that's online and available. Hey yo, what is going on everyone? Devin Knupp back at you with a brand new video, and today, I already told you guys in the intro, but it's going to be an amazing video. Make sure you stay till the end because I'm going to make sure that you guys have everything that you need to go out there and have success with whatever you're trying to do. And I talk a lot about real estate wholesaling on my channel, and this is going to be a little bit more geared towards that, but this applies to anything that you try to do, whether you're trying to make money online, trying to have success, I don't know, mowing people's lawns, or trying to make money, whatever way it may be. I'm going to break it down inside of today's video. So what you're going to want to do is, like I've had this point many times in my life inside of my career, is you come across all of these different resources. You just all of a sudden you're like, I figured it out. So then you just start researching it hard and you find all of these different ways and you're just like, wow, I can make money doing this and I can do it this way. And this applies to a lot of people trying to get into real estate wholesaling. They're just like, wow, I can make so much money doing it, doing this, whatever it may be. And so what you're going to want to do, if you just, your head's just foggy and you just keep trying to find the perfect answer on what you need to do, and you get like, you're like, wow, I figured out all these gold nuggets, is just empty out your mind. Just write it all down on paper. Write everything that you've come across. Get a notebook, get a pen, pencil, write everything down that you have just found. So like whatever it may be. And so if you're doing real estate wholesaling, let's say you're just like, I found all of these different strategies and the best way for direct marketing or whatever it may be, just write it all down, write it all out. And then take a step away. Just take a break. Maybe give yourself like a 30 minutes, an hour, just take a step away because your head's just filled with all these ideas. Once you get it all down on paper, take a step away and go do something else. Just get it off your mind, because if you just keep filling up your mind with all of these different pieces of advice, different content that you found, obviously you're just gonna have trouble implementing any of it, and that's not what we want. We don't want you to have information overload. If you have information overload, you're not gonna be able to get too much done, and that's just a big problem that a lot of people have run into it, and you probably have yourself. So now that you've taken a break, like taken a step away from trying to come up with all of these crazy ideas, and you're finding all these different results of different people that have all these different ideas online, then come back to it and figure out like what you're trying to do. What are you trying to achieve? Who is the person that you're trying to be in, let's say like a year, maybe even 5 years? What are you actually trying to achieve? Are you just trying to get out of your job and be able to be financially stable? Whatever it may be. This is especially well if you're coming up with all these different business ideas and everything and you're just trying to hone in on one. Try to figure out what you're trying to do. What type of lifestyle are you trying to live? And this even definitely applies to real estate wholesaling. What marketing tactic you want to do is, what are you trying to achieve? Like, who is the person that you're trying to be? And now once you figure out who that person is going to be, work it backwards. So if you're one of those types of people, like we're going to use a couple of examples and you guys can go from there. So let's say that you're trying to be one of those types of people that have like, that doesn't have much to do throughout the day, and you can have a lot of freedom throughout the day. And let's say that you want to be working more on like your family, or just being out and traveling a lot and not really being tied to one specific task every single day. Then what you're going to be really working towards is more of like an automated system, something that's going to be able to generate you income, and you can kind of peel away. And now with this, you got to understand there's a trade-off for everything that you do. And if you go this route, you're going to have to put a lot of upfront time or revenue or capital, or you have to put something up front a lot. So you're gonna have to really understand that. In order for it to actually grow as well, you're gonna have to put even more time or more money into it. And so this type of strategy, obviously you're gonna have to figure out like, hey, okay, so if I want to be completely automated, what is everything that I have to have set up to where I can be like completely time removed, or just having to only implement just a few hours out of the week to be able to keep something up and running, and just break it down backwards from there. Now, if you're one of those people that just wants to build a huge empire that's just got this billion-dollar business, whatever it may be, obviously you can't just retract yourself and just live this freedom lifestyle. I know this is a much smaller amount of people, but you're gonna really have to figure out which strategy is gonna be able to get you the most amount of results, the fastest, but it's also gonna be like the most time intensive probably that you can think of. So you just got to really kind of backtrack what you're trying to do. And then you want to keep everything super simple. Now that you've kind of figured out this lifestyle, just keep everything simple. Figure out what the basic principles of what you're trying to do are. So if you're trying to do real estate wholesaling, I know I talked about this in a lot of my videos. If you're trying to keep it super simple, super basic, then just then think, what do you need to do in order for the business to operate? So you need to find seller leads in order to do a deal. And with these seller leads, you're going to be finding motivated sellers, and then all these motivated sellers, you're going to find discounted properties, and then you're going to be able to flip those houses and whatnot. So you got to figure out whatever you can do to get in front of seller leads. So just figure out some sort of marketing tactic, whether it be outbound or inbound, and figure out which way is the best way to approach for what you're trying to achieve. And then now that you've figured out whatever the best marketing tactic is, just kind of black out everything else and just focus, laser focus on that one thing. So that way you've already gone through this whole thinking process. You've already figured out what you want to do. And now that you've kind of had this long period of figuring out what you're trying to do, just focus on one thing. Just trust the decision that you made before and just go all in on that one strategy, on what you're trying to achieve and what you're trying to do. If you run into a problem, then you just kind of figure it out as time goes, but just focus on the one thing, the one goal that you are trying to achieve. And this way, it kind of clears your mind. It makes you feel a lot less stressed about all these different opportunities out there. And I know a lot of people get FOMO, which is basically just the fear of missing out. And this is a problem that a lot of people run into. Just understand that, like, just trust yourself. Trust the thought process that you went into. Trust the strategy. And even if you write it out as well, this kind of helps you look back and just be like, okay, yeah, this was my thought process. This was a great idea. And then just keep going down that route until you find out otherwise why you shouldn't go down this route. And what this should do is really help a lot of you that are out there that are trying to make money, trying to do real estate wholesaling, trying to make money doing some of these other business ventures that are out there, and just focus on the one thing. And I couldn't make that more clear enough. And there's this book that goes around. I honestly got this advice just because I see a lot of people talk about it. And this is what's worked for me the best, is when I just focus on one thing and just focus on growing that thing until I can remove myself from that business. And so this is all coming from a book that I get referred to a lot. It's called The One Thing by Gary Keller. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I try to be as honest as possible on my channel. I've never read the book, but I see a lot of people talk about it, and maybe I have to go get that book and just so that way I can just say that I've read it. But I've gotten the core principles out of the book by watching a lot of people talk about this book and what they've gotten out of it. But if you just focus on one thing, this is, like, personally what I've learned is the best tactic to be able to get results. And then not only this, for those of you guys that have stayed till the end, like to this point of the video, I'm gonna give you the biggest gold nugget that I have ever found. And you may not like this answer. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you guys. But this is what legitimately has helped me get success. A lot of other people get success, a lot of other successful entrepreneurs, and people that have actually, like, just gotten results. And the matter of it is now that you've kind of figured out this action plan and you're just working towards this one thing, is to just take action. And the act of doing things, the act of moving forward, the act of working on something, just anything, whatever it is, just taking action is going to waterfall and cascade and snowball into all of these other things of just taking big leaps, having big amounts of success, really building up the momentum that's going to allow you to get a lot of results. There's nothing special, really, to be honest with you guys. There's no golden nugget out there that just like this one little principle is going to make you a lot of money. There's a million different principles out there to make $1 million. Don't worry about the principles. Once you figured out that one principle, just take action on it and just keep grinding at it. Keep putting whatever your work that you can in towards it. Just taking action, not doing necessarily the research side. Yes, that part's important at first, but once you start taking action and start getting results, that is where it just snowballs and you're going to become successful. It's just by taking that little bit of action. If you look at anybody, any channel out there, anybody that is trying to help you make money in whatever business it may be, whatever venture, the one key piece of advice that you're going to start notice popping up is everybody says that you just need to take action. It may not be in all their videos. There may be one video that they talk about and they're like, how about this, guys? I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. What you need to do is take action. It's just something out there that a lot of people that have actually had success that you look up to has been able to get to the point that they're at. It's just taking action and just being educated about the directions that they're going based off of their research that they have found. And that is it. I'm giving you guys all the golden nuggets inside of today's video. Obviously, there's not too many, and maybe some of you guys may be upset about this answer that I've given you, but it's the truth. Just figure out, just understand this is a cold, hard truth, and just go with it. I know it's not some magical, mystical system that's out there, but this is the reality of making money in today's generation. So anyways, that's what I got for you guys in today's video. So if you haven't already made it to this point, make sure you join the fam, join the gang by hitting the subscribe button down below. And on top of that, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you smash the like button. That's how I know which videos are the best. Also, I'm gonna be trying to respond to all you guys' comments down below. If you guys have anything to say in today's video, I will do my best to respond. That is my goal in today's video of uploading it as well. It'll probably be for a couple days. If you see this video in like a month, I don't know if I'll respond, but I will do my best for the next couple days. So anyways, that's all I got for today's video. And like always, I'm uploading every single day. So I will see you all tomorrow. Peace.